Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Leslie Johnson claims her neighbor trespassed on her property and interrupted her private prepaid BDSM session.
All rise.
Jordan Nelson says he thought he was interrupting a kidnapping and pepper sprayed the plaintiff's partner in good faith.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Johnson versus Nelson. Ms. Johnson, you are suing Mr. Nelson for $650 for negligence. You say the defendant's intrusion ruined an expensive prepaid event. Is that correct?
Yes.
And defendant, you say your actions were done in good faith.
Yes.
All right, I'll start with you, plaintiff. Tell the court why you're here.
Your Honor, I'm here to sue the defendant, who is a neighbor of mine, because he decided to trespass on my private property and destroy a private session, which I paid $650 for.
What kind of session?
It was a BDSM. It's a submission type of role session. My son was away on vacation, so I wanted it to be very just private and nobody know about it, but he ended up just humiliating me in front of all the neighbors.
A BDSM?
BDSM,
Okay,
correct.
forgive me, I don't know what that stands for.
That stands for...
Bondage.
It's like a bondage. I'm very embarrassed, Your Honor. It's a bondage.
I was like, it sounds like something nasty, but I don't know if I want to ask.
Your Honor,
Okay.
it's a before getting nasty, so it's kind of like a non-sexual role play.
Okay, so you're
Yes.
describing it now.
Correct.
Do we know what the acronym stands for?
Bondage, degradation, sadomasochist.
Bondage, degradation, sadomasochist. Oh, it got dark.
Real dark.
She had lightened it up a little bit, like, it's just a little...
All I had was the bondage part.
Yeah, you got the bondage. Well, let me tell you something. Let the record reflect, I don't know nothing about it. But okay, so you had arranged a private session for yourself. Now, this is done with a coach, or this is done with the person that does the BDSM?
Correct. It's done with an individual who's basically a dominator, and he dresses up in role play, and for this one, his name was Malcolm, but he turned into Mr.
Mister?
Yes.
What kind of driving Miss Daisy is going on in here, Mister? Oh, that's what you had to...
That's like a pet name, you know what I mean? That's like it's like an escape. You know,
okay,
you get lost.
Because he had to dominate you.
Correct.
And you had to call him Mister.
Yes.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't work on none of that. None of this is gonna work for me. Okay, so you could only refer to him as Mister. Where are
Yes.
you, in the house?
So we were outside.
Oh, you're
and
outside?
He was basically, we were doing a role play.
On your property?
On my property.
But outside?
Outside, in front of the house.
In front?
Yes. So
Okay.
he was, so Your Honor,
What did you have on?
I had a very beautiful dress on. It was quite lovely.
And what did Mister have on?
So he was wearing all black and he had sunglasses on.
Oh, all right, so he wore all black with sunglasses.
Yes.
And you just had on a pretty dress.
Very beautiful,
All
yes.
right, and
Very
then-
expensive.
Okay, and
Yes.
then tell me what happens. How
So-
was Mr. Nelson negligent? How did he get in it?
So what happened was, so I paid for this, I prepaid $650 for this BDSM session. And
How
so,
long have you been into this?
For quite a few years. It's really an escape for me. I'm a CEO, and I own a spa, and I also have a beauty line.
Okay, this is a fantasy thing.
Fantasy,
because
and I like
in
it.
real life, you're a boss
Yeah.
lady.
Yes.
Okay, you want to turn the table.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So anyway, so what happened was, before the defendant ruined my playtime, Mr. He basically was in role play. He grabbed me from the back, and he basically was taking me into the front door. So it was like a kidnapping scene, right? So
In broad daylight or at night?
it was broad daylight. So what happened was,
So he was supposed to act like he was kidnapping you.
into the house, yes. So what happened was, even before, like, the defendant pepper sprayed my guest and anything, he apparently called the police as well, like before he even came over, and I didn't realize that till after I was so humiliated by the police showing up.
Coming up,
And then once that happened, Ms. Johnson, you sound like you might have liked it.
So,
From the rate we're
no.
going, honey, this might have added to the whole BDSM.
and later,
And when you snatch them up, do you snatch them up like, get in here? Show me what it looked like. As a matter of fact, let's demonstrate.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Leslie Johnson, who is suing Jordan Nelson for interrupting her BDSM session.
So I want to go to you, Mr. Nelson. So a lot is going on in the yard,
Yeah.
and you live next door, or you're a
Yes.
neighbor.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
What did you witness that day? You saw Ms. Johnson, and that's a neighbor you know,
Yeah, definitely.
and then you saw Mr.
Yes. I
Had
saw
you ever
Mr.
seen him before?
Yes, but I didn't realize that at the time. She neglected to tell you that he also had a mask on.
Oh,
Yes.
what
And
kind of mask?
mask, you know, like we all kind of wore at the COVID time, you know,
Oh, all
like
right.
covered. Yeah. And this is what I see. I'm a retired police officer. I was trained to and I acted instinctually, you know. I look out my window, I'm washing dishes, and I see my neighbor on her front porch getting snatched up by a man dressed in black with a mask, dragged into her house. I mean, call me crazy, but I reacted instinctively. I called the police and I went over and to try to help her.
And when you went over there, what did you do? Did you intervene or did you just yell?
Well, I came across the street and I attacked him.
Oh, you did. You grabbed him
Right.
because you thought he was hurting her.
Yes, and I pepper sprayed him.
And you pepper sprayed
And tackled him, yeah.
and tackled him.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that happened, Ms. Johnson, you sound like you might have liked it.
So,
From the rate we're
no.
going, honey, this might have added to the whole
No.
BDSM.
So, Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
So first of all, I do not like this neighbor. For years, he's been attempting to get my attention, and I made it very clear. I set boundaries where I just want nothing to do with him. He makes me feel very uncomfortable. I think he's really creepy. And when he came across, he
She thinks the neighbor's creepy.
so he pepper sprayed my guest, tackled him to the ground. The police showed up and were asking me, am I okay? What's going on? And at first I thought, why is the police even there? And that embarrassed me because, I have a very private type of life. So I felt very humiliated, very violated, and I want nothing to do with this individual. I just want my money back, and that's it.
All right, so you feel like when he came over and tackled Mr., called the police, everything got interrupted, your entire session was ruined, you had paid $650.
Correct, and I have evidence here. May I give it to you?
I'm looking through the evidence you
Okay.
presented to the court. I'm actually
Okay.
looking at the text exchange between you and Mr., where
Perfect.
you told him you want the whole works. The black mask, the snatch and grab, the immersion. Your son will be at his father's on Thursday, so meet you on the front lawn at 5 o'clock and make it look real. It's a high-risk simulation, Leslie. Surcharge included. You won't see me coming. Oh, wow. Look how Sean looking at Miss Johnson. Who knew? Okay, what would you like to say, Mr. Nelson?
If you want to keep your business so private and you don't want anybody to know and you want to, everything to be so DL, why are you going to do it in broad daylight, out in your front yard?
Why are you so
with
nosy?
everybody,
And
with everybody looking?
but you know also that your neighbor is a retired police officer, and even if he weren't, I mean, Sean, I would think it would be reasonable for a man in that situation to see a woman being snatched up like that, to think that she was in danger.
Absolutely.
I mean, you basically said make it look real. And it obviously looked real, like you were getting snatched.
Okay, yeah, she was.
Under these circumstances, the law does give protections to Good Samaritans. And Good Samaritans are people who are acting in good faith when they reasonably believe, in good faith that harm is going to come to someone. Ms. Johnson, I think in this situation, you're unfortunately the person that's being unreasonable. And I'm not talking about your sexual preferences. I'm talking about the fact that you thought you could pull something off like this on the front lawn. I'm not in your bedroom, and I sure don't want to be in your business or in no BDSM. But that's your thing. But when you put it on the front lawn for public display, you do leave yourself open for somebody thinking that you are truly being attacked. That's exactly what you wanted it to look like. It's exactly what you paid for it to look like. It's exactly what it looked like for Mr. Nelson. And in this circumstance, he tried to be a good Samaritan and save you. It did ruin your session, but under the law, he's protected, and so are his actions. For that reason, your case is dismissed. Judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
I think he's creepy, and I'm going to file a restraining order.
She can file all she wants. I stayed on my side of the fence for a long time, and I always plan to. And if I saw what I saw again tomorrow, I'd do the same thing.
Coming up,
She said you came from behind. Come with me. And
That's
you
right.
grab her like that.
Correct.
Now, do you have her like by the neck?
Yes, I had her by the shoulders, like right on the neck and around the torso.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Malcolm Richards claims he was in the middle of a BDSM session with a client when the defendant pepper sprayed him, sending him to the ER. Jordan Nelson says the masked plaintiff grabbed his neighbor, so he intervened to protect her.
This is the case of Richards versus Nelson. Mr. Richards, you are suing Mr. Nelson for $1,500 for personal injury. You say that the defendant attacked you and caused an allergic reaction. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
The defendant, you say you were just trying to do the right thing.
Yep.
I'll start with you, plaintiff. What happened?
Well, I was in the course of executing a snatch and grab with one of my clients. I do professional dominating work. I'm a professional dominator.
Yes, we heard about you in a previous case, mister.
That's right. I go by
Yes.
Mr., yes. What happened was my client hired me for a snatch and grab. She wanted something very specific. She wanted to be kidnapped and dominated.
And when you snatch them up, do you snatch them up like, get in here? Show me what it looked like.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let's demonstrate. Show me how do you snatch them?
Well, in this particular case, I told her to be outside at a specific time, and then
It was 5 o'clock.
It was.
I remember.
And I came up behind her and said, "Come with me," and grabbed her and started to drag her into the house.
And she said you came from behind. Come with me. And
That's
you
right.
grab her like that.
Correct.
Now, do you have her like by the neck?
Yes, I had her by the shoulders, like right on the neck and around the torso, and I was
And you were leading her back into the house?
correct.
Coming up,
I had an allergic reaction.
To what, the pepper spray?
I think so. Yeah, I got swollen. I've never gotten swollen like that before.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Malcolm Richards, who brought Jordan Nelson to court for personal injury.
Mr. Nelson, we've heard testimony in the previous case about what you saw. But can you be specific about what you saw Mr. Richards doing at that time?
I literally looked up and looked out the window as he was walking up behind her. That's like when I
He was coming up behind her, almost in a and what was she doing? Looking out as if she was what? Looking into the street, waiting on the car?
She was on her porch. She was on her phone.
Oh, she was on her phone.
Yeah.
And he comes up from behind her, and then the snatch up that he just described. All right.
Yes.
So, Mr. Richards, back to you. You submitted evidence to the court that from getting tackled, you sustained injuries.
Well, I had to go
Can you describe those injuries to the court?
Yes, I had to go to the emergency room. I had an allergic reaction.
To what, the pepper spray?
I think so. Yeah, I got swollen. I've never gotten swollen like that before. I had 2 other jobs scheduled the following days, and I had to cancel those jobs. And I have proof of that with the text messages.
I see the emergency room visit, $1,850 for emergency room level 3 trauma.
I believe the insurance covered a good portion of it.
Yes, insurance did pay, but you had to pay $500.
Correct.
And then
I missed out on a $650 job and a $350 job.
all right. So I've looked through the evidence here. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Nelson, concerning this? I mean, you admit that you tackled him.
I do, Your Honor.
And you admit that you pepper sprayed him.
I do, yeah. But with all due respect, I'm not going to make any apologies for being a good Samaritan. I acted upon what I thought was the right thing to do.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
Do you really think he owes you $1,500 when you said yourself, this really was supposed to look like I was snatching her up and taking her in the house? When you think about suing another person for personal injury, you have to look at how your actions contributed to your own harm. And when this court evaluates this situation and looks at the facts that have been presented, it's clear that the law protects Good Samaritans for a reason. If every time you attempted to stop a crime from happening or someone from being abducted or being harmed, people would not help. And in this situation, Mr. Nelson was acting in good faith, reasonable under the circumstances, and therefore you are not entitled to $1,500. Your case is dismissed. Judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
All right.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
So, do you have any final thoughts for each other?
Well, I really wish I would have won. I'll tell you that, because my eyes, that was messed up.
You know, I apologize for what happened, but at the same time, I just did what I thought was right.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.